that's taking place here at the O2 Arena on Saturday, 28th of February, where we've got Tyson Fury defending his WBO International Heavyweight title against Christian Hammer from Hamburg in Germany. This is quite a significant fight for Tyson. We've said leading up to this fight on many occasions that it's a fight that he can't afford to lose, because the winner of this fight will definitely get a shot against Vladimir Klitschko after his fight takes place in April against Jennings in New York. So that's where we are, and as I say, it's a fight for Tyson that he seriously has to come out of this and has to look good in doing so. You can take your hat off to him that he actually asked for a fighter that was ranked in the top 10. We've got a guy who's ranked number 3. That says a lot about him. He's a fighting man. He wanted to keep busy. He didn't want to wait for Klitschko. And so that's what we've delivered to him. So now the ball's in his court to show everybody what he's capable of doing. We also got on the card the interim WBA middleweight championship of the world between Dmitry Chudanov and Chris Eubanks Jr. You may have read there's a little bit of a problem over officials. His manager over there and I hopefully will sort that out after this press conference. We have today, from my left on the table, we've got John Fury, who's Tyson's father, Peter Fury, his trainer. We've got MICK HENNESSY, who's a promoter of Tyson, and obviously Tyson, myself. Bill Wise, when he gets here, Christian Hammer, who's fighting him. We've got Errol Silon, who's the manager of Christian from ECB Boxing, and Ian Blunt-Baser, who's the trainer. So everybody's here. Tickets have gone very well for this. We obviously have been very mindful that there is a show on ITV, so we are the Chudanov and Eubank fight will go on between 9 and 9:15, and immediately after that, Tyson will be in the ring. So there'll be no clashing with TV, and we're doing that obviously for our subscribers and other people who want to see all the fights. It's a bit stupid that you've got, much as I like terrestrial TV being involved in boxing, it's a bit stupid that we're up against it. The same thing happened last week, which obviously I don't think is good for the viewers. But anyway, as I say, tickets are going well. You can watch it live and exclusive on BoxNation, that's Sky 437 or HD 490, on Virgin 546 or TalkTalk 525. So that's all the adverts out the way regarding that. We thank our sponsors, Rainham Steel, and we thank Coral, the bookmakers, for also being involved in the event. And I know you've got lots of questions to ask, so please feel free to do so.
Tyson Fury, how dangerous is Christian Hammer, considering you've already got the mandatory status?
You know about boxing, James, so you tell me, how dangerous is he?
He's a live opponent, he's very decent. He had great pedigree in the amateurs, decent career in the pros.
So there we go. James held answers the question for himself. Next question, please.
I've got a question for Christian about Tyson. Obviously, as you know, he's already the WBO mandatory for the heavyweight title. How foolish is he taking this fight now when he could have waited to fight the champion?
Was für ein Risiko geht er auch? Ich würde den, ja, wie findest du das? Das ist seine Entscheidung. Das interessiert mich nicht. Das ist seine Entscheidung. It's not his interesting. That's his decision. Don't think about him, what he do. Meine Probleme was noch hier. You ask for the risk from what?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
Tyson's already the mandatory to the WBO. He could have waited and fought the mandatory, but instead he decided to face Christian in the fight. How foolish, how silly of Tyson Fury is it not to wait for the champion and instead fight Christian?
That's not. He's a fighter. He showed that he have heart and he want to face a real fighter. That's respect.
Is that his answer?
His own thing.
That's his answer.
Yeah, his own thing.
That's great. Thank you.
That he respect him for that. That he risk his position, but he will don't give him a chance for that.
Thank you.
we ask Christian if he thinks he'll get the shot against Vladimir if and when he knocks out Tyson?
Denkt er, dass er den Kampf gegen Vladimir kriegt, wenn er ihn ausmacht? Ja, deswegen. Ich sehe die Chance, dass er... Nee, ob du dem die Chance kriegst, wenn du ihn ausmachst? Sagen deswegen so wie jetzt.
Normal, darum bin ich hier. Darum habe ich so gut vorbereitet.
Of course, for that reason he take also this risk, because the next shot is a
harte Kampf, aber ich habe
championship shot.
hier
That is the reason why he take this fight. He risk also so much. He come outside, come over and fight outside, and of course he won't take the fight after that against Vladimir Klitschko.
Can you ask him, has he been looking at Tyson? Has he wanted to fight Tyson for a long time?
Hast du denn immer nach Tyson geguckt? Oder ist das dein Wunschgegner? Hast du ihn immer mal gewollt?
ja, das war meine Träume schon lange mit der zu boxen. Ich habe ein paar Kämpfe gesehen. Ich so der Kampf und so.
He feel himself lucky that they get Tyson Fury because he wait a long time for that shot. So he think he's beatable on the top ranking position, easiest for him.
They've actually fought on tournaments as amateurs in the past. Was it about 10 years ago?
Yeah.
About 10 years ago. So they both know each other from the amateur days.
Nicht geboxt.
You don't fight him. You don't face him in amateur time.
So they fought on the same tournament.
Yeah, they was in the same tournament, but they don't face each other.
Meisterschaft.
But he beat the man who beat him.
You beat the man who beat him, didn't you? And then he reversed it by beating the man who beat him a year or so later. Wherever he was.
Tyson, what do you remember of Christian Wick from those amateur tournaments?
Steve, amateur boxing is one thing. It's professional boxing doesn't mean anything, you know. Like he said, he beat the man who beat me. I beat the man who beat him. It's really irrelevant. It was a long time ago. I ain't 10% of the fighter I am now. Back then, I was just a kid. Different fighter now. We're both different fighters. So, in the amateur days, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, it doesn't really mean anything. But you know, I anticipate he's going to come in with a good game plan and try his hand at taking me out and taking my mandatory slot. Which that's what I'm there not to let him do.
Christian, what did you think of Tyson's performance against Derek Chisora in November?
Was denkst du gegen Chisora gegen Tyson? Was denkst du?
War ein guter Kampf, aber die Störer war nicht ein guter Kampf.
It was a good fight, but both two was not good in shape.
Das hat mir nicht gefallen.
That,
Der
yeah,
erste Kampf war
I don't like that second fight. First fight was very great, but the second fight was not so good.
Aber du,
But he respect him very well, and he think he's a great fighter. He don't want to make his performance down. That's only his mind, and he respect him for this step. And also as fighter, he think he's very quick for his high and for his way.
Could you ask Christian who have been his heavyweight heroes? I mean, does he like Max Schmeling? Does he like Vladimir Klitschko? Does he like Larry Holmes?
Helden, die du magst, wen würdest du?
Evander Holyfield is his
What does he like?
favorites. He likes the quickness, all power, technique, everything.
große Herz.
Great heart and real fighter, real warrior.
Question for Frank and Mick Hennessy. If Tyson beats Hamer and Vladimir Klitschko beats Jennings, will you guys look to make the mandatory fight with Klitschko for Tyson's next fight, or will there be another fight after this?
That's the fight. That's what everybody wants. That's the fight that will be made. There'll be no hanging around. That'll be the one that we'll be forcing to make. That's what this has been all about. That's what the investment in this is, to ensure that happens. And doing our best to make sure it happens in the UK.
Do you think it's bigger in the UK or bigger in Germany potentially,
I
Frank?
think it's bigger in the UK. I think Mick things, but that's what I think.
Yeah, definitely bigger in the UK. It's for me, it's a 80,000 event. Definitely, that's bigger than the events that take place in Europe. That's for sure.
It's a Wembley or Arsenal fight. That's where it would be, and the most important thing is to have. I'm a big believer in getting home advantage. But I know that Tyson, in a conversation I've had, that he'd fight anywhere. But if we can get it here, that's the name of the game.
Frank or Nick, has the Klitschko camp given any indication they'd be willing to come here in the summer?
Well, Ken Hirschman's flying. I think he arrives today. He's coming in for this, to see the fight, and we'll see what happens afterwards. But you know what? Don't want to be counting chickens. It's a great position to be in. I mean, the name, and I'm sure nobody knows better than Tyson, that is to focus on Saturday. This guy is not coming here to sit down and accommodate everybody. He's coming in to get his chance. So I think that focusing on that and getting that job done, and then the next one hopefully falls into place.
Frank and Mick and Peter, maybe even John, is there a sense that Tyson has to look spectacular tomorrow night? Does he have to look good, or can he just do what he did against Derek, win every round and force him to
I
quit?
thought he looked good against Derek.
It wasn't a 2-round blowout. Does he need a 2 or 3-round blowout here, make a statement?
Look, he's mandatory, so the win's the most important thing. Definitely.
It always helps to something to be exciting. It gets the fans going, doesn't it? I mean, obviously, but it's I don't think Tyson doesn't seem to be involved in too many boring fights, does he? So I'm sure there'll be some good action there. And this fella's coming to fight. He's told you he's fighting heroes. He's fighting heroes of Alan Holyfield, and Evander only fought one way, and that was it. So you see, he's a shorter guy, and he won't have to go looking for him. He'll be there.
Giving away 7 inches to a hungry, young, unbeaten fighter. What makes you think you can neutralize that defense?
Ein junger, unbesiegter, hungriger Fighter. Ich bin gleich. Wieso denkst du, dass du ihn gewinnst? Ja, darum ich habe das die Chance gewartet, schon lange, und das ist meine Ziel. Der Meisterschaft zu boxen.
Because I'm the same. He waited so long, and I'm more hungry than him.
What a golfing height. A golfing height.
If height was a criteria for being heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield would have never won the world title. Mike Tyson would have been world champion. Hungry is an element. I don't think the size, is going to be such a problem. There are many other guys who've been, have not been 6'9" or 6'8", have been exceptional fighters, heavyweight fighters.
Ich habe geboxt mit größeren Leuten. Das ist sehr gut für mich. Besser wie kleine Leute.
He likes to fight against higher opponents, and that's for him. He feels better if he can fight against higher boxer than him.
Und diese Gewichtsklasse ist, nur größer, das kommt alles drauf. Kraft, Schnelligkeit, und das ist nur größer und das.
In this division don't come for only the highness, it come on speed, power, technique, everything. That's not only, if you're high, you are the champion.
Oh, I know that. Just wondering if he had the necessary attributes to neutralize the golfing height. He's not Holyfield or Tyson, but I just wanted to know what he thinks. That's all.
But who tells that he cannot win on Saturday?
No, that's on microphones. Why do you think he can do that?
Yeah.
Weiß, was ich kann.
He know what he can, and
Und wir zeigen Samstag
in Saturday he will show you what if he is good or not good, or better than Tyson or Holyfield or not. That's not the question now. Tyson Fury is also not Vladimir Klitschko.
I'm better.
He claims to be, maybe.
Better. Much better.
Cloud.
And we'll see that next.
You sing, you sing.
We will see.
Everybody can make trash talk.
There's
Or
nothing in the rules
talk.
says you can't bring a ladder anyway.
He will show it in the ring. We hope we make a good fight, that Vladimir don't stay in the living room and watch the TV and laugh about us like the last fights. We have to see a real fight, that he be, of course, afraid of them.
Are any more questions? Are you all done? Lovely, thanks very much. Weigh-in is tomorrow, and obviously we'll see you on Saturday night, which will be an exciting night for, and hopefully a momentous night for British boxing, when we see Tyson come through and hopefully go on and fight Klitschko. That's what this is all about. Thanks very much. Thanks, Tyson.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.